I remember when he brought up the idea about Brew Week. And he said, what do you think of that? And of course, I said, well, that'd probably be a pretty good idea. He was always trying to think things up to get Athens involved in any function that would help the university and the town. And he always had that in his mind.
But some of Jon's ideas were really, really good. I mean, some of them I thought, might be really impractical. But he thought this would go, and he said, and he had a famous phrase, "Trust me." And so he said that this would go. And then the more that it was researched, it seemed like a really good idea because, as Jon said, there was no really week to recognize breweries around the state. And so, well, there's festivals for tomatoes and apples and everything. Why not have one for Brew Week and have it in Athens, Ohio? And so that's how it started.
Ohio Brew Week is a week-long festival showcasing the craft beers that are brewed in Ohio by the now 25 brew pubs and microbreweries that are located within this wonderful state.
What Ohio Brew Week is an event that lasts a week long, which makes it a unique event, and it's also important for our community in the fact that it's one of our slowest business weeks of the year. We bring in numerous out-of-town visitors, and that's is the most important thing of the event. Bring in out-of-town visitors and show them a very hospitable week.
It's definitely going in the right direction. So I think people really see that you can come to Athens and you can learn about beer, and you can go to a bunch of different places in Athens where you can go one night to the OUN and do like a formal tasting with someone that's going to teach you all about beer. And then you can go somewhere to another independent in Athens and find out about women in beer. So it's really like tapped into the different aspects of beer in society.
I do enjoy all of the different varieties that come during this week, and so I try and plus the entertaining, just getting involved in it. It's a lot of footwork, it's a lot of work, but just meeting everyone, it's just it's a rush, like you work your butt off, and then it finally pays off for this 1 week, and getting to taste all the different stuff.
We have beer tastings all week long, so our bartender talks about our craft beers that are on draft at the time, and this year will be Mommy Bay, Elevator Brewing Company, and Barley's out of Columbus. We cook with beer. We have specials all week long, different kinds of specials, fish, beer battered fish. And it's just a place for people from out of town to gather and sample the craft beers.
Dan Gates and Melody Sands, they had approached me about making a Brew Week beer. So I tried to figure out what kind of style I wanted to do, and I had formulated this Brew Week Bock, so a Bock style of beer. And I had that all set in stone, was getting ready to brew it in the next couple weeks, and Jon unfortunately passed away. So then your mind gets running, well, do I make another beer now for Jon? And so bouncing those two ideas back and forth, we came up with the idea of doing the Sparhawk.
But it's in his honor, called Sparhawk, for Jon Sparhawk. And I think it's a cool thing, and it's a good memory to kind of hold on to, because he kind of spearheaded the whole Brew Week movement. And I don't think that we'd have it where we have it today without his input at the beginning.
There's been a big void in the business sector that he was kind of a mentor for the smaller, new people in the restaurant industry. Kind of, again, a friend and somebody that anybody in business, whether they were in a restaurant or any type of business, could come and talk to, and he would share and give them advice. So I think that's the biggest thing is his leadership is sorely missed.
He was a real driver of ideas. He was very supportive of Dan and I and Kim and building Brew Week. It was his idea, but we took it and ran with it and did the work, and he was, right there and supporting us, and really got his businesses behind the idea and helped be the catalyst for it.
I think it was one of his better ideas because it's still going on. And with him gone, it's perpetuated itself. And so it must have been a good idea or it would have died with him.
So anyways, for all the people that are coming here, I want to welcome them to have a very, very happy Ohio Brew Week.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to Ohio Brew.
Ohio Brew Week. Ohio Brew Week.
To Ohio Brew Week.
Welcome to Ohio Brew Week.
Welcome to Ohio Brew Week.
Welcome to Ohio Brew Week. Drink up.